a space where you're not going to be judged, a space where you can be authentic. And my hope and desire is to inspire and motivate everyone that click onto this podcast. So welcome to another episode of Immigrate. 2 of this interview. I know healthy boundaries in terms of financial security is an important topic. And so I had to cut this episode in 2 because this conversation was so good and it was so intense. So join us in part 2 of this conversation. Thank you. Welcome, Steph.
You have to have the conversations. To cut things off cold turkey or to do something behind your partner's back, that's a breach of contract. If you do that in business, there's repercussions. There's laws against that. See the marriage as a business. You don't take a step without talking to your business partner, because those are big things. And sometimes it's hard for partners who if you have married someone and their family is all in that country, they don't have to send any money abroad or anything like that. It will be a little difficult for them to understand. So there has to be understanding and patience from both sides. Has to be. But have a business meeting. Have a business meeting with your business partner and really sit down and talk about what can be done. And again, from the other side, don't expect someone to just be like, I'm never giving them anything again. If you've been giving, cut it off in increments. Have that real conversation. It all starts with the open communication. Again, easier said than done. But that's where it starts, because that is a very touchy subject.
It's also too where some cultures does not understand the sending money back home.
No.
Right?
No, because of the economic status.
It's as you said, as a business partner for real. Yeah, exactly. So you have some culture they don't understand why should us person send money, say, back home.
They don't get it.
But then at the end of the day is, as you said, the conversations need to start happening. So
for sure,
they don't have a clue, right? So the conversation needs to happen. I don't believe also in the cold turkey, but sometimes this is my perspective.
Okay, sure.
The cold turkey needs to happen. And the reason I said the cold turkey needs to happen is because some families have high expectation.
Now this is true.
And even if you tell them no, because they just will never get it.
You're right.
And if you're like, okay, they're so used to it because of course you had done it for them so long. As if you don't cut them off and be like, if you don't cut them off cold turkey and stick to that boundary and say, hey, I would recommend with someone like this too, where if the cold turkey happened, you send it when you have it.
Correct.
So that they don't have an expectation. Right?
Correct.
It's not an
schedule.
It's my birthday coming up. Can you send me something?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say with the cold turkey. Yes, I may be a different person when it comes to boundaries. I'll cut off someone cold turkey.
Yeah.
Not because I want to spite, but because of how when you sometimes, as I said, with expectations, help them to re-understand what that expectations look like.
It's true.
mean?
It's true.
So
it depends on the situation. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it does. So what biblical perspective does healthy stewardship look like when it comes to helping others? And I think we touch a little bit about that.
Yeah. Being a good steward of what you have in an effort to help others. We are meant to help others. It's not helping someone else isn't the problem. It's again, I cannot help you more than I'm helping myself, because it doesn't make sense. If I made it out, if I made it to a better situation, if I made it to a better country that has a stronger currency and all that, I need to make sure that I'm building up so that I can help. We were made to help each other. We were made to be in community with each other and lend a hand to each other. That's just us in general. You know what I mean? Some people don't subscribe to that, right? But so in certain communities across the African diaspora, across other countries, Europe, all these places where you help, you know what I mean? You help. Someone else has potatoes, you have the meat. Someone else has a veggie. So you help, you share. The helping is not the problem. It is mishelping and misappropriating the stewardship. That if I have been given this opportunity, I need to steward it well and maximize my help by helping myself first. Let me get myself situated. Some families ask for help even before someone is stable in a new country. You mean my foundation is still shaky? The concrete hasn't even set. I'm still shaky.
Girl,
and you're asking me? Let my concrete set. Let my foundation set.
For some people, the minute you go into that plane and you leave your country, it's a high, you are quote unquote foreigner, and there's a high expectation that you have to. The minute you just leave, even if it's just 2 days, the minute Worse, you're in the country for more than 10 years? What? You're rich.
You're rich.
You have all of it. You're there.
Send it back.
Girl, send me the money.
Let someone get established first. Let the foundation at least dry a little bit before you start asking. Because the drier and the more firm the foundation that someone who went abroad, the more they can help. That's the reality. Again, I want to reiterate, helping someone isn't the problem. The expectation and not even giving someone a chance to get themselves established first before you just start sending those WhatsApp messages. Come on. We need to stop that.
I'm glad you're the one saying it, not me.
I'm saying
in case my family listening, they're not like, oh, I'm throwing words at them.
Nope. It's me, and I hope you guys are listening and listen up well. Listen with good ears. Listen with good ears.
So, have you established any financial boundaries in your life? What lessons have you learned from that experience?
Yeah, I think, okay, so remember I said the currency here is stronger. My home currency is stronger than South African currency. I mean, because on the flip side, people around me can think that because I'm American born, that I'm rich and that, I have all this money. Whether that's true or not, the assumption shouldn't be made. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely financial boundaries around people wanting to do investments. You have the dollar, you have access to the dollar, wanting to do investments. I've been burned a couple times. No. Financial boundaries just around, just because I have a stronger currency doesn't mean, one, that I can pay for everything. That I'm going to shoulder the burden of everything, or that I'm just open to you consuming everything around me because, I can just buy more. So those are boundaries that I've put in place where I don't need you. I could have 2 nickels in my bank account, but you don't need to know that. Or I could have 25 million in my bank account. You shouldn't assume that because I'm coming from a different country that my finances are just going to take care of everything. No. So those are the boundaries that I put in place to make sure that I'm not depleted. Even if I have the stronger currency, all the financial burden shouldn't be on me. So those are strict things that I put in place now.
Yeah, that's some good things, because at the end of the day, the burden will come on you because, as you're saying, they'll think you have, even though I just don't know. I feel like they will never understand.
No,
I think
they will
for
never.
me, I had to go on to the cold turkey side. And that's why I was so stressing on the cold turkey.
Correct.
I literally went cold turkey.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, it worked for me.
You had
because it became so unhealthy that I don't think any other way would have solved the issue. You know what I mean? And I'm not blaming them. I blame myself. Because again, we're talking about the guilt, right? You feeling like you're living a better life than them, and you feeling like you have a better opportunity than them. But even though you took on that risk or that opportunity, the cold turkey kind of helped me and my sanity. And once I understood that, right, and understand, okay, fine, the cold turkey work, fine, that caused some problems. Conversation didn't work because the mindset, as you said, if we don't understand the mindset, if we don't understand the mindset, then we'll never, ever change.
We can't.
So on the flip side, them back home, as I said, the minute you take a flight, it's done.
The minute.
Worse, you marry someone outside your culture, it's also another expectation.
You're Beyonce. You're Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's over.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter explaining it or not, they just don't get it. Because at that point now, you're not labeled as you're mean, you act like you're better than us, you're not. Because remember, we're going a little further when you just started. African Americans or Caribbean, whatever we want to call ourselves, we were told that we should take care of our family when they're old, or once we're grown up, it's our responsibility to take care of our family. The Caucasians don't go by that.
They don't understand. The parents,
they do the opposite way.
The parents take care of the children.
Or if my husband, if he say, for example, Mom, we're going out to eat. Say, for example, went out to a restaurant and something goes wrong with his card. Sometimes, and your mom pay. My husband send back that money to his mom.
Wow.
We don't even she was like, you paid for my lunch, here it is. And it's not like the parent is asking back for the money. But in their mind, they're like, I'm a grown man. I should pay for my own thing.
I should give it back. We don't do that.
On the flip side, to our culture, we are expected to take care of our family. And if we don't, we bad blessings, all these things, curse, blah, 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 will take us
Ungrateful.
if we, I'm not, anybody listening in, we're not saying you're not supposed to. That's not what we're saying. But we're saying my experience that I've learned that sometimes cold turkey have to happen because there
Yeah.
is no way that you can tell me, but I won't get a blessings from God because I'm not taking care of my mom.
No, that's manipulation. That's spiritual manipulation. And we need to stop doing that.
If they're in need and you can afford it, help them.
Please.
If they're in need and you can help financially without putting burden on your family, help them.
But it's not an
But
obligation.
it should never be an obligation or an expectation. And we should stop we should stop expecting people back in countries to send money back home. We need to stop that expectation. I know of a family, they stop working the minute their child travels.
Come on.
And they depend on that person so much. But at the end of the day, I'm like, we should stop that expectation.
We need to.
It ruin marriages, it ruin relationship. It causes, as you said, the depletes of our mental problem because of that high. So as we're wrapping up, and this can be so overwhelming for immigrants, right? It can become so, as you can hear my voice, I had to learn it. I had to do it. What advice would you give an immigrant that you think might be listening and be like, hey, man, how can I set these? Yeah.
I really think
Like these expectations that are placed on them.
Yeah. I mean, I think we have to remove the expectations from ourselves. I don't have any obligation or expectation to give to my family. And it even sounds weird for me to say that, right? It just sounds weird because it goes against everything we were taught. But it is the reality because whoever's listening, you're going to find yourself or you're going to remain so depleted that you will resent your family. So on the flip side, it's either I give, and I don't have anything for myself. I don't have anything to get myself set up, established, or in order. Or I say no, I take a pause and I get myself together so I can help my family better. Like, you have to choose. You get to choose which side you want to be on. And if the conversation is difficult, and it can be awkward and it can be, people can shout, scream, whatever. Those don't have anything to do with your decision. And I want to mention the guilt too. Guilt is a feeling that we can feel. Guilt is not a feeling that should be driving our car though. We can feel guilt. Feeling guilt isn't bad. Feeling shame, I feel guilty. I can't do it. Feel it, express it, and process it. But don't let guilt drive your vehicle because that's when we find ourselves depleting ourselves in a way that we really shouldn't be. So if you're listening, feel your guilt. Even take a moment to feel your guilt. I feel guilty about this, about that. And why do I feel guilty? Don't let that navigate what you do and don't let your guilt rule your decisions. That's when we overgive.
Right.
And we can truly never become settled or set up or having a firm foundation if we continue to overgive.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there anything you understood about financial boundaries? And what would that be? I think we touch on everything, no?
We did, but financial boundaries save lives. It's as soon as you're asking a question, I'm like, oh, this is pops in my mind. Financial boundaries save lives. They save relationships. They save everything. They're lifesavers for everybody involved. If I sink because I have bad financial boundaries and I made it out of my home country and I am in another country with a dollar or the whatever is higher, euro, whatever I'm in, and I'm sinking, my financial boundaries will have to be my lifesaver and I'll have to use that to continue on. Do you know what I mean? Even if I'm cut off by my family, even if my family's mad at me, I know what I'm doing is right because my financial boundaries are protecting what's inside. That's what boundaries are for, to protect what's inside, not to keep things out, but to protect what's in here. And I need to steward what I've been given, the opportunities that have been presented to me. And then I can negotiate and talk about helping my family once I am firmly established.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I felt like this conversation was so meaningful because at the end of the day, we're going to have the conversation. People will struggle. And this struggle is a really deep struggle that a lot of people faces every single day, especially for newcomers. I don't you're new and the guilt is there, all the things is there, but I just want to say thank you because at the end of the day, Christ himself has shown us examples of how to be a good steward. When he was on earth, even when he spent time with the disciples, he will go out, he will go one side at the end of the day and we'll go and pray.
Hmm?
Self-care is very important. If we don't take care of ourselves, no one else will.
They won't. They won't.
And if we don't take care of our family, no one else will. No one else will. We'll go
Me
into
too.
bankruptcy, as you said.
It's
Marriage is
true.
business. We go into bankruptcy. And we don't want to do that. We
We
lose our
don't want to do
business. We
that.
lose our imagine you're a psychologist and you're not trustworthy. You lose your license. So
Everything.
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if we don't honor what God has given us, and that's our life, even if we're single, on our own self, on our own body,
Correct.
we're gonna walk around unhealthy, like just being mean to everybody. But I really hope that this conversation was good.
Yes.
And if
I hope.
someone back home is listening, we're not showing words. We're not trying to, and I want to reiterate this so much. We're not showing words. We're not trying to stop your food, or
No.
we're not stopping family members to help. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to create and let people on. It's a new topic. Boundaries is not understood by a lot of people.
No.
And I do believe that God want me to let people understand about boundaries because it's not taught well in my community.
No.
And we don't understand that. So I'm not trying to throw words on anybody. We're just trying to, that's the disclaimer. We're just trying to encourage people to have healthy financial boundaries.
Correct. Absolutely. And that's what we're trying to encourage. And I think the whole entire family will benefit from great, healthy boundaries. It allows people to be established, to do what they need to do. And then you can have the conversations of helping other people. Healthy boundaries help everybody. And that's just a reality.
Create wealth too. Can you
It
imagine if you
creates
have healthy
wealth.
financial?
Come
It
on.
does.
For the whole
It
family.
does, though. Yeah, because then you're not doing it off feeling pressured or
Correct.
guilt, but you're doing it because you want to.
And I have the
As you said,
overflow.
you build. Come on now, and that's where we should be giving from the overflow. And girl, when the Lord has taught me this, I was like, man, boundaries. As I said, I never understood what it looks like. I never knew what it was until one of my friends said, "Do you know that word 2 years ago?" And I was like, "No, what? I can tell people no." So
Right.
understand that. Yeah, because some people just feel like I can't. They're my elders, they're my mom, they're my dad, they're my blah 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 blah. Yes, you can.
Yes, you
And you
can.
may have to do it for a long time until you get to the point of your overflow.
It's
Overflow may
true.
take years.
It might take years. And really,
And that's
the
okay.
the more you say no and the more times you say no, the better you get at it. And you might always feel the guilt, but it'll feel less. The more you say no, the better you will get at saying no, putting those boundaries in place.
As you wrap up, but you said something, and I want to reiterate that. You said sometimes we have to sit in that feeling and understand and accept the guilt, and it's okay.
You know, sis,
I wanted to reiterate that. It's okay.
it's okay. We speed through our
It will
feelings.
never go away.
It'll never go away. We
That feeling,
speed through our feelings. We push through them so quickly, and we don't give the
sit in it.
process. Sit in your guilt.
Come on now.
Explain to yourself why you feel it. List out, even if you need to write it down so you could verbally see it. And writing is a form of energy. You want to help process those feelings, right? Get those feelings out. Sit in it, but continue to keep your firm boundaries anyway. Feel your guilt, feel your shame, but continue to keep your boundaries. That's the key.
Yeah.
Sit right, process it. Don't ignore it. I'm saying this quickly and wrapping up. For me, emotions that are unprocessed or ignored are like jealous lovers. They pop up in places we don't want them to be. Acknowledge all your emotions, acknowledge your feelings, process it and sit with it, and then keep your boundaries and keep going.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you
Thank
so much. It's
you.
always a pleasure talking
Thank you for
to you.
having me.
And yes, it was a pleasure. So thank you so much. We will catch up and see you in another episode.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to that wonderful interview. It was such a delight. If you want to hear more inspiring episodes like these, please to follow us on our Instagram at immigrant. We'll be uploading all the videos, all the short clips of it. And you can find me in my email at heslop.tashagay13@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to another great episode of Immigrant.